We're hearing reports now from all over the world that Canadian truckers are converging on Ottawa to protest vaccine mandates.
Wow, this is a huge, look at they go forever. This is by Atchison outside of Edmonton, heading to Calgary, January 23rd, 2022, convoy. More than trucks, lots of cars and trucks. Very impressive. Goes on forever.
Obviously, these truckers are not Canadians. They're Russian spies sent by Putin to do something about Ukraine.
Given Canada's support of Ukraine in this current crisis with Russia, I don't know if it's far-fetched to ask, but there is concern that Russian actors could be continuing to fuel things as this protest grows, but perhaps even instigating it from the outset.
But even if they are Canadians, which is very unlikely, they can't be protesting vaccines because 90% of them are vaccinated.
It's important to underline that close to 90% of truckers in this country are vaccinated.
And if they're not protesting vaccines, then what are they protesting? Some people say they're protesting vaccine mandates, which doesn't make any sense for these 5 reasons. Number 1, if unvaccinated truckers can just cross borders willy-nilly, all the food in their trucks will get COVID. Remember back in May 2020 when fruit and goats tested positive for COVID-19? Well, we don't want that to happen again, do we? Which is why we need vaccine mandates at the border. Because if fruit starts testing positive for COVID-19, we're all doomed.
Doom! Doom! Doomed!
Number 2, truckers must be vaccinated because vaccines work, damn it. Remember back in March 2020 when the media was saying we needed 2 weeks to flatten the curve? Well, according to this chart of new cases daily, we finally did it. We flattened the curve. See here, it's almost totally flat now.
We know the way through this pandemic is by getting everyone vaccinated.
Number 3, anti-vax truckers are fringe.
The small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa.
We can see here that in 2018, there were 302,000 truckers employed in Canada. Now, between 50 and 60,000 truckers are descending on Ottawa, which means close to 20% of all truckers in the country, 90% of which are vaccinated, which means a lot of vaccinated truckers are protesting the vaccine mandates, which doesn't make any sense. So obviously it is false, because how could you be vaccinated and protest a vaccine mandate? You can't do both. Reason number 4, Justin Trudeau's hideout probably smells really bad. Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, has moved to an undisclosed location. We don't know if there's ventilation. We don't know if he's spreading COVID in his undisclosed location because he's apparently under quarantine. And we don't want undisclosed prime ministers in undisclosed locations that are poorly ventilated to be stuck there for too long, which is why this protest has to end. Reason number 5. This is probably just a typo. It really should read truck foodo because it's a food truck. And foodo is probably some French Canadian term for food, if I were to guess. In conclusion, these people have unacceptable views, and unacceptable views are unacceptable.
Mabs, unacceptable.
Or who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing.
I respect your moral objection.
Do you remember when you lost your passion for this work?
Uh-oh. 2 independent thought alarms in one day. The students are overstimulated. Willie, remove all the colored chalk from the classrooms.